Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my mini homestead. Today is November 7th, and I am starting my journey on growing Lisianthus. I may have mentioned before, I tried this a couple years ago. I only had one tray come up out of 4. Now I have 10 varieties. And for me, I'm just a small cut flower garden will be my first year. I had some last year, just sort of started. But this year is going to be my first full-fledged, small, mini cut flower garden. So I'm going to start off with my Lisianthus and get those started because I want to plant them outside April 1st when it's still cold and frost, etc. About 6 weeks before my last frost. Been doing my research. So let me show you what I've got going. So I've got 5 trays set out here, one up there, and I've got my little cells that will self-prune. So it should keep my roots nice and healthy. So I want to get these started today, so I just got to put soil in, and let's take a look at my seeds. Let's go around. All right, so I've got my laptop set up here, and this is where I'm keeping track of all, let's bring it up a bit, all of my flowers that I'll be growing. I've got the planting date, sowing depth, dates to germination, planting date outdoors, and vase life. So I'm going to keep track of everything so I know what's going on. And then here are all my seeds that I have from Johnny's. Now they send a really good document on Lisianthus production, which is great. I can't afford for my little place here to get plugs. I'd have to get too many of one variety, and I want lots of varieties. So I actually have 10 different varieties. So let's take a look, and what I'll do is I will show you in the top corner, so I'll move this over a bit, in the top corner what each variety is. So here's my first variety that I will be planting, and this is light apricot. So I'm not sure, I mean, it'll be trialing. I'll find out when they're actually going to bloom, get to that stage, if they survive. But I thought apricot is a great color for especially the fall to put in with my sunflowers and, you know, all my orange and other colors. So we'll just wait and see what happens. And then I have baby pink. You always need some baby pink. Great for wedding bouquets or just, you know, a soft flower bouquet. So that's my second color. Then I have blue, and purple is always a nice color. It can go in so many things. I like purples with reds and yellows, and so I'm going to have fun with this one. And then champagne, and I'm really excited to see what this one is because it's just such a soft color from the pictures I've seen. And as you can see here in this picture, so we'll see how that works out. And then this is going to be a surprise to both of us when I put the picture in because it says First Love. I have no idea what color this is, and as you can see here, this is what it is. All right, so then we have lavender. And what I forgot to mention is I'm actually going to put 2 seeds in each cell just in case one doesn't come up. Hopefully the second one will, and I can always separate them after the fact. And then we have a pink. Pink is always pretty, and with anything. All right. And then red, and I wanted a variety so that I could know what I'm actually going to use. And I can't remember if I told you I have 10 different varieties. And then white, and you always need a white, just irregardless. Whites are tougher though because they show damage more quickly than others. And then yellow. Now you will never find yellow in my house or painted walls, etc. But I love yellow flowers. Okay, so that's all I've got here for my seeds. So I want to get the cells filled up and start getting them planted. Just wanted to show you what the seeds look like. Now these are pelleted because they're such tiny seeds. It makes it easier to get them in the cells and actually see them. And I'm really glad these ones at least are yellow, so they'll be easier to spot when they're actually on the compost. So I just wanted to show you that. and before we get started. Now, there is no names on these, so make sure you keep them, if you're going to do this, keep them in their little envelopes. Otherwise, you will mess them up. So right now, I'm just going to do up a bunch of tags and start planting these guys. I've got my heat mats set up, and I've got them set to 22 degrees Celsius. So I've got actually 3 of them. This one I have a couple bricks on it till I get the trays on it. It's a little folded up wonky. So yeah, so I got 3 of them. So I'll be able to get all my trays of Lisianthus going, as well as I want to get some lettuce started. That probably won't happen today. So the one thing I'm not doing is I'm not putting a date on these because I want to be able to use them year after year. So all I'm doing is putting on the name, and I have the dates will be in my spreadsheet, so no need to have them on here. I know I need 4 of them because I'm putting 2 seeds in a cell. And so now that I've got the tags all done, I'm coming back, or at least with Lisiantha, I'm coming back and then putting the color down, so I know what I have, and each 6 cell will get one of these so I don't get them mixed up. And what I'm also hoping to do is grow some that I can sell, because what I want to do is pay for all my seeds. And so yeah, so my plan is to keep half of them, at least for this year, and then we'll see about next year if I actually need to have more for myself, or if I build up a clientele that wants to come back and get Lisianthus from me. So there's all my seed packages now, and I've got all the labels ready, and now it is time to fill up my seed trays. Exciting. Oh, I hope this works. So I don't know what this thing is called. I just have it because it works good. And then I've got my bag of soil that I'm going to dump in there, and then wet it. And just be sure, again, reminder, wear a mask when you're working with compost or any soil. You don't want to be breathing it in. There could be bacteria or whatever in the soil. So keep yourself healthy. That's about 2/3 of the bag, and I'm just going to spread it out and pull any of the bigger wood chips out of it, and then we'll go from there. Have I told you I don't like dirt on my hands? So I'm just going to get this all done. I'm looking for pieces like this. They're just too big to go into my cells, and I'll just throw those into my compost. So I've got it all cleaned up. I mean, I'm still going to find the odd little thing in there. It wasn't bad. I mean, that's what I got out of it. So I'm going to throw that in the compost. I have made myself a big screen, and I have a big Rubbermaid. And I think if the day stays nice like it is, I am going to go and dump as many of those bags as I can, sift them so that they're ready to go, and I don't have to do this every time I go to seed. All right, I'm going to dump that in the compost. So I'm just going to dump some in here, then mix it up, because I don't want it too wet, but it's going to take some work to get this all to come together. And then what I want is where it'll just sort of hold together. So I'm going to get this all ready, and we'll be back. So I think the soil's good, and when I squeeze it together, no water comes out of it, but it's holding its shape. So who would have thunk that when I was a kid I loved playing and making mud pies and mud cakes? Not so much anymore. So it's time to fill up those trays. Okay, I have a tray here, and what I do is I just take my little seed guys here, and I just push it down into here because I want to fill the holes in good and tight. And because these have a big hole, let me show you, fairly big hole on the bottom, I don't want all the dirt to fall through. So I am just gonna fill up the trays. If I find any big chunks, take them out, and then just sort of level it down. I don't want it over the top because I am going to put some vermiculite on top. So I'm just taking a little bit off. And then I will put this behind me on the tray. And then just start off with the next one. So I will be back once I have all the little trays full, because I don't think it's very interesting to watch me fill trays. Okay, we'll be back. As you do this, you find that there are some quicker ways to get things done. So what I'm doing, if I can get it, I grab my seed tray and I just sort of push everything into it. Make sure my finger's on the bottom. And then into my tray it goes, and I just sort of finish it off. And that one's done. Okay, this is a little bit faster. Now, the only way I can do this with these trays is that these are a good tray. They're solid. Some of my other ones that I have, which are just, you know, like that, it would be a bit harder to do it and I might wreck them. So I really do like these ones. And they got a little leaf. Oh no, I don't know. A spade and a leaf? I don't know. I'll let you know. So this is great. So I filled up my little tray here. I spin around to the other side and I just reach out and put it in place. And then I spin back and I'm ready to do my next one. Well, this worked out well. I am down to my last little 6-pack and I think I'll have some dirt or potting soil left over, but I'm very happy I have enough and didn't have to mix up some more. And I mean, I am going to have to do more, but I'm good for my Lisianthus. So there we are, my last one. So let's get started planting seeds. So I'm ready to put my seeds in, and I've got my vermiculite, and it's fine because we're going to sprinkle that on top. It'll help hold moisture in. It'll also help for algae not growing, because they take so long to grow. You have a tendency to get algae. So let's get started. Okay, so I have 50 seeds, putting 2 in. I should have basically 2 seeds left over. And I mean, look at these things. They're just tiny. Make sure I got everything out of there. And then I'm just gonna gently drop just by, maybe I only have one. I only have one. Okay. Another one. And they need light to germinate, so I'll be putting them under lights, and I also need to put them under a dome. And it's so nice that you can actually see. Can you see? Yeah, you can see those. And so I think I got 2 that time. Make sure I don't get stuck in there under my nail. You never know. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing this tray, and then I'll show you doing the vermiculite, etc. Okay, everybody's planting. You can see the little yellow dots there, and you know they need to make contact with the dirt. I think I've got all of them have contact. You do not want to cover them, but what you do want is that coating to dissolve off. Whoops, I just took both of them. So be careful when you press them into the soil that you don't take them away. There's that one and that one. And okay, and then there. So I have 48 with the, whoops. Did I just take it? Hang on. I think I lost a seed. Yeah, I did. Okay, it stuck to my finger. Ah, come on. Put it back where it needs to go. I think it's in there. We'll find out. Okay. And yeah, so as you can see, I just used my little clippers to grab everybody and make sure that they are where I want them to be. Move that one over a bit. And I mean, I'll be happy if I get up there. I took another one. 1 in each. Come on, let go. 1 to germinate. Okay, so now I need my right hand to do this. You just sprinkle a little bit, whoops, of vermiculite over top of it. Again, that's to help with the algae and also for retaining moisture. So hopefully, there we go. Got a little bit too much over here, but hopefully it comes through. So we'll see what happens. Okay, then I am going to take my little tags, and this is lavender, and stick them in there. And then these will go back into the 1020, and I will start on my next batch of seeds. Now, I have, like I said, 9 left over, so I'm just going to hang on to all my seeds, and I'm going to order some more of these little trays because I really want to use these for my Lisianthus. Now, so this gives me, what, 72 cells per 1020, and a lot of people will plant them in much, much smaller, like, you know, cells where there's 100 or some in a thing. But I don't want to be transplanting or doing them. I just want to get them set up and let them go. Oh, I forgot. I want to give them some water. Oops. Oh, don't blow them away. It's pushing down more than I want. So just give it some good water on top. And then I'll go put them in the other tray and start the rest of them. The water bottle sort of went a little crazy. I've switched to another bottle just so that we don't blow. I don't want to blow the vermiculite off of it or the seeds. So we're doing it a little bit more gently. And until it's wet, it will blow off. And there we go. That's working better. Everything's a little wet. Okay, and these are my red. And so I have 8 more colors to get planted. And just praying for good results. We'll see what happens. Okay. Nugget's down here supervising, so I just brought down a doggy bed so he doesn't have to sit on the cement. Oh, what we do for our pets. Missy's up in the house with her babies. Isn't he just the cutest thing? Wants to be with me. Are you a good boy, Nugget? Yeah, look at that face. Okay, on to another tray. Right now I have 4 6-packs of all my different colors done up, and those ones I've already got them under the dome. They're on the heat mats, and I got the little thermometers stuck into one of each one. And now I have a bunch that are still left over seeds, so I'm going to pack those up in the trays that I have left over, and then I'll just do like rows of them of what's what. I have probably like 8, 9 of each one left over. So yeah, I'll probably do, you know, 2, 2, 2, 2, and go from there. And that is the last of it. So I've got 154 cells planted, and so there's 2 in each, so just over 300. But again, they're not all going to come up, I know that. But we will wait and see. So I just got to put this last one with a dome on it and get it up there. And I'm going to say goodbye for now from my mini homestead. And I'll let you know when they come up. So keep an eye on the playlist. Lisianthus. Bye for now. Hi everyone. I'm just in the house right now and I miscounted. I've got, 600 seeds planted? So we'll see how many of those come up. I'm hoping for good numbers, but you'll never know. So once again, when they start coming up, I'll let you know. Bye for now.